I forgot to mention this in the actual recording, but this is the day 3 of the week of Jolly Gaming. I guess me from 10 minutes ago, as of recording this currently, will explain to you what I'm doing today. So this is Scratch. I really didn't feel like making a Roblox video. I had it planned. It was in the plans to play Roblox Regretivator today, but I really didn't feel like playing it. I just didn't. So, instead, we're doing Scratch games to Griff Patch. Whoa, Griff Patch! So guys, this is the guy that makes Peak, including, but not limited to, Getting Over It on Scratch. Alright, let's go. Me when I get over it in Scratch. I love getting over it in Scratch. It's so Peak, guys.
There's no feeling more intense than starting over. If you've broken your Scratch project moments after you've shared it, as I have, or you've spent hours working on a project only to notice too late that one of your sprites has unexplainably gone missing. If you've made use of that difficult to name thing of thing,
I'm gonna talk over Mr. Griff Patch here and say that I'm doing terribly right now. This is unusual for me. So I have a record of like 3 minutes, I think, in this. I forget. Anyways, I've gone past the era where I rage at this game excessively. I don't even have the real game Getting Over It. I should probably get it at some point though, because, you know, monetarily supporting the original creator of the game, you know?
May be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here. Alright. Thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you need to take a break at any point. Just
I'm supposed to peek at this.
Stop, and remember to pause the game by pressing P. On Scratch, you can find loads of remixed or reimagined recreations of existing games. And with good reason. George Bernard Shaw said, imitation is not just the sincerest form of flattery. It's the sincerest form of learning. This game is a recreation of a game that came out in 2017, titled Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. That game in turn was a homage to a free game that came out in 2002. Both games involved dragging yourself, using a hammer, up a mountain assembled from assets and objects sourced from many other games.
Okay, so I'm making some good progress now. I've just been going, I've been silent. I might just keep that whole thing in, because that might be entertaining to watch, but like, I'm just going. Is this peak content, guys?
Unlike Unity or Unreal, Scratch does not provide you with a built-in physics or 3D rendering engine. There's no state-of-the-art debugger. You can't even pause your scripts. We are forced to program old school. Our experience capped at 30 frames per second on a 480 by 360 pixel stage. But these very restrictions force us to experiment, to think out of the box, to grow as developers as we become masters of all things Scratch. And let's not forget, what we lack in technology, we make up for in community. This fantastic bunch of budding software engineers, building, learning, creating, playing, remixing, as diverse a group of people as the very Scratch assets we now so skillfully attempt to ascend. The act of climbing has certain essential
Okay,
that give the
that was
game
not
its
great.
flavor.
That could have been bad. That's
No
fine.
amount of forward progress is guaranteed. When you start getting over it, you're standing next to a dead tree, which blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. You prod and poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and strength, trying to find a way up. When starting a new Scratch project, that initial blank slate is
I used to be
both
so good at this
refreshing and
climb,
tense,
but
a
like
little scary.
this section, but like now I suck at it for some reason. Oh, okay, nope.
Projects to see how well they turned out. I certainly wish we could. The real draw of coding, what gives it that special zing, is the challenge of accomplishing something you've never done before.
Griff Patch, I wish I could perform what you preach here. I'm physically incapable of doing such things.
All the easier stuff that can be perfected later. No, before all that, you need to prod and poke that tree. That is, understanding the coding difficulties you're expecting to face and try out any ideas to solve them. You may not be able to time travel, but at least this way you can get a good idea of how well your project is like to go, and potentially save yourself a lot of time.
Okay, we're in space now.
It began life a couple of months ago as 3 simple scripts: the player, hammer, and level. I spent no time on the art, just using Scratchcat and a few rectangles drawn in the sprite editor. The scripts for the player quickly mocked up
Damn
in a
it.
similar fashion to those I teach on my YouTube channel. With the hammer, I had to
have to wait
improvise.
here for a
I've
bit.
never done anything quite like that before, and boy, did I prod and poke at those scripts. What I had imagined and the results I was achieving were hard to reconcile. The hammer and the player sprites
Yeah.
would get stuck in the walls and ground, shake and jiggle and clip up to the top of the screen.
I got over
Most of
it.
all,
Alright,
so
Gurpatch, your
for the
spiel
time
is
being,
over.
I sh-
It's too short for this. Is this peak Scratch gaming? Okay guys, fine then. I will play 1 floor of Regretivator. Fine then. We'll do this as planned. Why is he here? Why is Family Guy here? Oh, you're kidding me. This is the 1 floor I have to play? Damn. How do I hide that? Oh, I'm not gonna hold this. Oh, that's new. I haven't played this game in ages. This is a lot of this is like completely new to me. So like I don't know what's happening. This is very intense gameplay, I think. This is very engaging gameplay. I am going focus mode. This entire video is just focus mode. I'm just gonna die. Oh, Howie! Stop hitting me with the balls! Oh my god! This is the average gaming compilation right here. You find this on average gaming compilation. Okay, that's it. Let me do this though. There.